High-Seas Fish Stock Agreement is an international treaty which provides a framework for the conservation and management of straddling fish stocks and highly migratory fish stocks. It is the core of the international community's efforts to ensure the long-term sustainability of high-seas fish stocks. The General Assembly of the United Nations has consistently called for states to become parties to the agreement. In this video, we will explore 5 benefits of participation in the agreement. Number 1. Promote the long-term sustainability of fish stocks through international cooperation. Straddling fish stocks and highly migratory fish stocks are 2 important categories of fish stocks which occur both in the high seas and in areas within the fisheries jurisdiction of coastal states. Since they are fished by both coastal states and high seas fishing states in their respective maritime zones, they fall under 2 different management regimes. International cooperation between all states with an interest in such fisheries is therefore crucial to effective fisheries management. The more states participate in the cooperative framework established by the agreement, the more effective this framework can become. Number 2. Strengthen regional fisheries management organizations and arrangements. The agreement establishes regional fisheries management organizations and arrangements, or RFMOs, as a principal vehicle for international cooperation for the conservation and management of straddling fish stocks and highly migratory fish stocks. RFMOs are intergovernmental organizations with a mandate to manage specific stocks in specific areas of the ocean. To effectively address the challenges facing high seas fisheries, the agreement calls for the establishment of new RFMOs to cover gaps in fisheries management, and to improve existing RFMOs in line with the requirements of the agreement. Through the review conference established under the agreement, as well as annual meetings of the informal consultations of states parties to the agreement, the conversation about how to continue to improve such organizations to face today's and tomorrow's challenges, such as climate change, is continuing. Participation in the agreement allows states to participate most effectively in this conversation and push for well-managed fisheries globally. Number 3. Develop equitable and sustainable fisheries for straddling fish stocks and highly migratory fish stocks. Straddling fish stocks and highly migratory fish stocks are 2 commercially important categories of fish stocks. However, many fisheries for such stocks are far from shore, and many states do not have the necessary capacity to develop national fisheries for such stocks, even where they have a real interest in them. The agreement provides a framework based on general principles and international cooperation for developing these fisheries in a sustainable manner, as well as participating in existing fisheries. States parties have a duty to cooperate to enhance the ability of developing states to conserve and manage stocks, and to develop their own fisheries. They must also facilitate the participation of developing states in RFMOs. Number 4. Combat illegal, unreported, and unregulated fishing. Illegal, unreported, and unregulated fishing, or IUU fishing, continues to be a scourge to the sustainability of the world's fish stocks. It undermines the effectiveness of conservation and management measures at all levels and contributes directly to overfishing and overcapacity. The agreement provides a robust legal and cooperative framework for monitoring, control and surveillance, enforcement and compliance. The agreement contains detailed obligations on flag states to ensure that they have exclusive jurisdiction over vessels flying their flag in the high seas, and that vessels flying their flag are not engaged in IUU fishing. It also requires cooperation with other states directly or through RFMOs to deter and enforce against IUU fishing, including that occurring in areas within national jurisdiction. Full and effective implementation of the agreement is therefore a significant way for states to combat IUU fishing on the high seas. Number 5. Demonstrate the commitment to being a responsible fishing state. The economic and social value of these fisheries is enormous and continues to grow. The first sale value of capture fisheries in 2022 was estimated at $157 billion and it's expected to continue to grow for another 10 years. But growth cannot be at the expense of sustainability. Participation in the agreement can reinforce the sustainability of these fisheries and be an important way for any state to demonstrate its commitment to being a responsible fishing and flag state. Increasingly, the concrete measures taken to strengthen global fisheries are quantified, assessed, and benchmarked, including with respect to market access. Consumers are also seeking sustainable seafood. Participation in the agreement signals national commitment to achieving sustainable fisheries at the global level, including the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. Are you ready to do your part to promote the long-term sustainability, health, and resilience of global fish stocks?